the stopwatch here. Okay, so the intro is fired. 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Small Business Showcase. I'm your host, B-Rad, not your average host, and this isn't your average show. Each week we have 4 to 5 guests that we interview, including our sponsors, so you can get to know these business owners on a personal level and get to know each and every one of them and how their journey started. We have a great guest this week. We have Misha.
Yes.
Did I say that correct?
Yes.
And I couldn't pronounce the part of your bookkeeping. I apologize. How do you say it?
Meticulous Bookkeeping, LLC.
Meticulous Bookkeeping, LLC. Now, just so you know, she does not do taxes, correct?
Do not do taxes, correct.
So, and that's actually a good thing, isn't it? Because you can charge less than the people who do the bookkeeping and the taxes, correct?
True. Very true.
So how did this all start with the bookkeeping and you wanting to go out on your own?
Well, so I've been doing bookkeeping almost 6 years now. I have my associates. And then last year things kind of just aligned and decided to go and build my own business. So it's been almost a year that I've had it.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. So at the end of October, I'll have been in business with my own for 1 year.
What do you think of the journey so far?
It's a lot of work, but it's worth it. You know, it feels good to have something of my own and build it. And
so you were an accountant with like a bigger firm, I take it?
yes, I was with the local CPA, Laird and Associates, PC, and I still help them out and do stuff for him in bookkeeping. But he gave me my start, and so it's wonderful.
That's awesome. So what made you switch to go to be an entrepreneur? Where was that clicked for you?
Well, he was kind of going on his downgrading a little bit on his way out. So I figured, time to do something on my own. And my mom is her own business owner too. So it's always been kind of like I can't think of the word.
It's in your blood.
It's in my blood, I guess, yes.
So what makes you want to do bookkeeping? Because I think of bookkeeping and I just think of numbers, and I'm not good at math. So to me, I steer clear away from it.
It's like a puzzle, and I love it because, everything has its place. Your expenses, your income, you want it to look beautiful, have all your puzzle pieces in place, and just have a beautiful picture of your business. So your overall profit, your loss, your net income, you can see everything nicely when all the pieces are in place.
So how often do you have to really build that puzzle when it comes to a new client that you're signing up that's never used bookkeeping before?
I guess depends on how long they've been in business. So if it's brand new, then, we have baby steps and just go as you grow.
Let's say 5 years.
5 years.
And they've never had a bookkeeper. They did it themselves.
We do some cleanup work. I'd see what went on, if they've already filed their taxes, how it was filed, and just build off of that.
I bet that's the fun part.
Yes, it is. I can just go down the rabbit hole into the tunnel and then just build all the pieces together, and then at the end, it's just beautiful and done.
So what is your reasoning that you would say that someone should go and chat with you over any of the other big CPAs out there? Especially someone that can do taxes too.
Yes. I can give you one-on-one help. I can help you with software, your invoicing, anything that you have questions on. I'm available anytime. Versus some bigger firms, you may not see the person, or you may be shuffled between a couple different people.
You talk to Billy one day and Sally the next.
Exactly. And then things get lost in communication. Like you said earlier, my fees are a little bit more reasonable compared to the bigger firms. And I'm in there weekly doing your items, so you'll always get an email from me. Hey, if I have questions, I can ask you right away. And then I stay on top of it. So monthly, we reconcile, which is making sure everything matches your bank statements. And basically, your bank statement is your truth. You want your books to match your truth.
That's a very good saying with it.
Yes. We don't want any outside weird stuff. Just match your truth.
So who are you, Misha, yourself, outside of your bookkeeping business?
Outside my bookkeeping business, I'm a mom, a wife. I have 2 boys. They keep me busy. I crochet. I sew. I love the library. I'm a board member on the Security Public Library.
Oh, nice.
So I try to get,
How do you manage all that on top of being a business owner?
I don't know. I don't know. I have a lot of late nights, but it's worth it.
Don't have to have that boss telling you what to do.
Exactly. I'm not on anyone's time but my own.
That's awesome. So how could someone get a hold of you if they're needing bookkeeping services?
They can reach out via email, misha@meticulousbookkeepingllc.com. Give me a call or a text, 719-551-6484.
Now, how'd you come up with the name Meticulous Bookkeeping?
You know, I feel meticulous, so I like to be very meticulous in my work. And also, I was trying to find initials. My maiden name was like Bonilla, so MB, and then I was just messing around and meticulous felt right.
That is very creative. No chat GPT help?
No chat GPT help. I was trying to use my kids' initials, but it wasn't working out, so I was like, I gotta figure something out.
So how old are your kids?
My oldest is 7, and then my youngest is 4.
So the 4-year-old's going to be taking over the business here soon.
A lot of with the technology help with the way things are going.
Here, I painted you a picture, Mom, for your clients.
Yes. Here, write me some numbers.
Is there anything else that you would like people to know that may not know about whether bookkeeping, you, or your business in general?
Just, I love to be involved in my community, so I was really excited since I'm coming up on my 1 year, I was able to sponsor my son's school, not as much, but, a little bit. So giving back to my community is something I'm looking at doing with my business as well as it grows, and just watching our community grow is a wonderful thing. But yes, I'm here for any bookkeeping needs. I can help with sales tax, receiving payments and invoices for your clients, and just making everything look beautiful so you guys can focus on your business and not have to worry about it.
And then, so just out of curiosity for the listeners, why did you choose not to do taxes? I mean, besides the fact that they're, I'm sure a huge headache.
They are very stress-wracking. I have been playing with the idea of looking into doing the training, and I keep coming back to it, and I'm like, I really have to commit if I do it. It scares me away with all the changes that constantly occur every year, and everything just...
But you don't have that much change when it comes to bookkeeping rules, I take it then?
No, but I do keep track of what's going on with the tax, and it just kind of filters all together. But I don't know, the tests also scare me away. It's like, I think it's 3 different tests, and they're each 3.5 hours, roughly. So,
hey, trust your instincts. If it's not for you, the bookkeeping, keep her at it, because... That is one thing that I know is unique. There is only one other person I know, and she's in Castle Rock, that does just the bookkeeping.
Yeah.
And I don't know, at least with her, she doesn't seem as stressed as the other bookkeepers that do the taxes.
Yeah, see, I don't want stress. I still go through tax season with my current CPA, and it's still fun, it keeps me busy, but I don't want to do the taxes.
I don't blame you. So you'd be perfect for any small business starting up.
Yes, any startup business, anyone that's already been in business, need help cleaning things up, give me a ring.
Cleaning things up. Hey, I need my bathroom cleaned. Oh, wait, that's another guest.
Different one.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you being on the show. And is there any other last shout-outs or anything you want to do before we get finished with your interview here?
Nope, I think that's it. Just thank you for having me.
Of course, and you're more than welcome to come back on anytime as well.
Thank you.
Yep, definitely. Thank you for being on the show, and you have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Next, we have one of my sponsors, my good friend Alex with Super Moving Brothers. How you doing today, bro?
Hey, what's up, world?
So, one of the sponsors, Michael from Around the Block Healthcare, wasn't able to make it today, so we switched it with Alex. That's why you get to hear him back to back as he's doing a little Donkey Kong chest bump.
I'm happy. I'm excited. Thank you for having me on.
Of course. So, last week we were talking about the 2 businesses that you're doing. The new business, Let's Get Moving, and then Super Moving Brothers. And, of course, he's got the Let's Get Move It hoodie that he had on today.
Yeah, I was rocking that, but underneath, deep down, I got the Super Moving
You got
Brothers
the Super Moving boots on.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, one thing that I thought of, if I'm a consumer and I realize that I have you who own Super Moving and you who own Let's Get Moving,
right?
What one would you prefer me to reach out to as a general customer?
If I'm talking to you personally as a friend, I want you to reach out to Super Moving Brothers because I can take care of you more personally. I can make sure that everything is getting done accordingly. And you're going directly to me. You have my number at all times, But if you're just looking to get a job done and you don't care, you know, if how much it costs or, you know, what
You just need it done?
Yeah, you just need it done, and you know everything's going to be safe, and you don't care about the communication or anything like that. You just know that everything's going to be good. Let's Get Moving is going to make sure that they got your job booked and you know all the details, and they're going to make sure that all your furniture is taken care of and taken over to point B, but you really don't have to... you don't have that personal feel that you do with us when with Super Moving Brothers being that local business, you know. So it's a different feel when you come to me over at Super Moving Brothers.
It's crazy you mentioned if you don't want the communication, because from my own experience, you guys communicate everything. So the fact that you say that with Let's Get Moving sounds like Super Moving might still beat you, the other company, out of the water.
Yeah, exactly. That's always our goal, you know. So it's very cool seeing both sides, you know, and seeing the big name company that we have now and compared to what we offer and what we've offered all this time. And it's very reinforcing, you know, to me. It lets me know that what we've been providing, our value, is definitely worth it, because there's companies out there that do the same thing and they charge a whole lot more, you know, like, and but we over here at Super Moving Brothers, you know, we're more personal, and I feel like that goes a long way.
I got to ask you, what inspired you to go the route and have the second company?
Well, as much as I want to change the moving industry, that's what's helping me. I want to change the moving industry, and that's what Super Moving Brothers for. But at some point in business, you do need to do what's business savvy and what makes sense and what makes money. And that's what Let's Get Moving is. They're going to help me on that end. But Super Moving Brothers is going to give me the ability to really focus on how I can change the industry and really be a disruptor. Like I said from the beginning, that's always been our goal, is to change the moving industry, you know. So I want people to really look to us one day and be like, that's how we need to be. Unfortunately, it takes a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort to do things like that, you know. So yeah, it's going to take time, but I got big plans for Super Moving Brothers.
It's going to be franchised out eventually, right? Or
Yeah,
not?
yeah. Well, everybody's going to know us, so we're going to definitely expand and be known all across the nation. You know, like I said, we want to change the moving industry. So what I mean by that, and people sometimes ask, you know, how are you going to change it? You know, and we want to change the culture of moving. So we literally have changed our culture over at Super Moving Brothers, down to the littlest things, where our titles aren't the same, like our helpers and our crew leads. That's what they used to be called. We changed the titles of them. Now our helpers are our guardians, and our crew lead is the navigator. We call it navigator and guardian because we don't look at moves as just a move. We look at it as a voyage that you're about to go on. This is an adventure.
So it's still on the video game aspect. There's the navigator and everything. I'm like, no, it's not sticking to the barrio, but it's still video game.
That's the video game nerd in me. But this is an adventure that you're going on. You know, this is a new voyage onto to the new land, to the new chapter in life. And we want to start you off on the right foot. You know, we want to give you an experience that no other moving company can give you. So to experience that, you can only get it by going to Super Moving Bros.
Now, a couple of months ago, I had asked you a question, and you're like, so I wonder if it's changed a little bit. The question I had asked you is about out-of-state moves. You're like, we'll do it, but it's not your big thing.
Yeah.
So is that more what you're going to push with Let's Get Moving, or is it still kind of that sweet spot kind of area?
With Let's Get Moving, we're still going to be staying in Colorado. And so we're still in that gray area, I guess you could say. Although I will say, since you've asked that, I mean, we've done about 4 or 5 out-of-state moves since then.
Because people